Kaiju number 8, episode 3, Revenge Match. And I gotta say, the show's really coming along right now. All right, guys, we're here back with Geek Variants. We cover all things Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, anime, gaming, Star Wars, and more. This time, Kaiju number 8, episode 3. And look, Kafka has tons of heart. Let's just leave it at that. He is somebody that is trying his hardest, even though he has what we saw very, very minimal and basically a course record low in terms of potential. And as we've seen, this potential and the latency enabled the ability to bring out the power in your suits. As where we had Shinomiya, the prodigy that she is, bring out 48% power in her suit, which is basically one of the highest numbers that's ever been recorded in the Kaiju Training Academy, period. And then on the other side of the scale, we have Kafka, who, literally is out here insulting all 30-year-olds ever. Be like, hey, does everyone get this week after 30? Look, man, I'm just happy my knees and back still somehow work. But, sometimes I sneeze wrong, things hurt. Life happens. It is what it is. Just kind of roll with it. And now we have to see him kind of struggle through as we have other prodigies in this class. Because, like with all good animes, all your main characters kind of show up all at the same time as opposed to being like gently introduced in certain instances. Think of like the Naruto Ninja Academy. Think of like how many people from the tuning exams went on to become somebody that was a huge main character, pivotal in moving that plot forward all the way through. And then there was 1010. So it's like you had such a bunch of people, and then you had the not so much people. Everyone that shows up here, pivotal part, even the proctor is going to be essential moving forward. And I'm just so excited that they did Hoshina correctly. He is someone that has all the personality that Levi was missing from Attack on Titan. There were so many characters in that show that were cool, but their personality was very, very bland. Hoshina is cool, he's edgy, he's strong, but he's funny and willing to have a good time with everybody and everything. Sure, their lives are entirely differently because one, Titans, terrible, terrible monsters that are very, very hard to kill. And then you have the kaiju, which are hard to kill to some extent, but you have to start getting into the realm where we have the kaiju, where things start getting actually levels of serious that require everyone to, do something about this. Because with the Titans, everyone's isolated inside of a wall. In Japan, their society is still functioning. Things are still moving forward. They have the defense force to thank for that, but definitely not Kafka at this moment in time, because the greatest thing he's done is clean up their entrails, to put it nicely. And look, let's just go over a couple names here. Just so we got things. We got Harushi Izumo, 18%. We also have Iharu, 14%. Kaguigi. I'm sorry I butchered that name. I absolutely butchered that name. And I've read the manga, but at the same time, it's just like some of these names in from my English pronunciation, not good. Not good. Also 15%. And just to put things in perspective, we have so many people over 10%. And the one of the proctors was saying during the episode, you rarely see people show up who've got more than 10% potential. We have just in the four names I mentioned above 10%. And Hikaru Shinomiya, 48%. She is four times higher, almost five times higher than what the highest that they normally see turn out per one class. So that to me is absolutely insane to have this going on. Ichikawa is definitely not bad. He basically figured he was going to get in because 8% on a normal year, he would be outstanding. But because, it's this year and this class, not so much. But we're seeing that Kafka and his knowledge and inner workings of how to deal and dispose with kaiju are starting to become really, really essential. He was able to help out, basically take out that monster, because he was like, their eyesight is weak, but their hearing is super strong to compensate. So you hit him with a flashbang right in the face. Next thing you know, it's super weak, and be like, hey, underbelly, just light it up. And next thing you know, monster was terminated. Things were moved on. We were able to continue to get things going. Then only to get blindsided and have his ribs cracked and also his leg fractured. But that really brings out the heart of Kafka because he realizes that, hey, the person I made my childhood promise to is probably watching right here, right now. And I'm at that age range where there's not going to be a second chance of this. This is chance number 5, 6, 7, 8. This is like your very, very last time you can apply to get any kind of certification you need in like your career dream job field. This is it for him. He is on his final go round, and I'm excited to see where things play out. A lot of people were saying that the animation quality was going to doom this show. Thus far, I haven't seen an issue with it, even from the translation from going over from the manga over onto this. So I think people just need to be patient, enjoy it. And again, I gotta say on the record that the closing from Youngblood is absolutely phenomenal. Love it. I'd love it also if you hit that lovely red subscribe button. Greatly help us out. Bottom right corner of the video here or in the red button description below. Help us on out. We got tons of great stuff coming for you guys. In fact, I think I will be streaming some Fallout 4 either today or tomorrow over on our Twitch. And I got a couple great videos coming up for you guys later on this week. We'll have more Star Wars The Bad Batch, more X-Men 97. And hey, next week we'll be live streaming quite a bit. May the 4th is coming, and I'm going to have Tales of the Jedi covered in its entirety. See you then.